Greetings from Juneau, gateway to Southeast Alaska. While the borough itself may be connected to continental North America, there are no highways leading in or out of here. A road system would need to traverse any number of the hundreds of active glaciers in the region, and that's simply not feasible. Rather, the only way in or out is by vessel or aircraft. I fly airliners for a paycheck, but what I do for a living takes place up here, at my home away from home. Don't get me wrong, I love my job. I am proud to say I work for a virtuous airline, one whose culture is currently affording it a lot of resiliency, which I don't take for granted. But right now, the best thing I can do for the survival of my job is to take time away from work. So in a roundabout way, out of indirect necessity, now we have to play. Welcome aboard. Strap in as myself and a group of genuine Alaskan bushrats take you on a journey through the land, wildlife, and culture that is Southeast Alaska.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. Welcome aboard today's non-stop service direct to Southeast Alaska. Weather is gorgeous. We're currently number one for takeoff. Flight attendants, please secure the cabin for departure. Let's all give those seatbelts one final tug, make sure they're nice and tight, because this is going to be a trip. All right, guys, my name is Erik. I am going to be your host and narrator for this YouTube channel. I'll be the you in YouTube, but it's anything but a one-man operation. We got a bunch of guys and girls up here hoping to do a lot of flying, having a lot of fun, seaplanes, bush planes alike. I took a little break from my airline job, brought my little guy up here a couple weeks ago now, and I'm off for the month, hopefully the month of August as well. So we got plenty of time, hopefully have lots of good weather to get out there, see some wildlife, do some bush flying, give you guys a little insight as to what Southeast Alaska is all about. My opinion, spectacular. I flew here. I started my professional flying career here a couple years ago, but didn't really have the opportunity to take any photos or document anything. Of course, because it was commercial aviation. But now that we're here, we're doing a lot of GA flying. Should have a good opportunity to show you what it's all about. So I'll shut up. Let's go flying. For now. Hopefully it holds. Shameless selfie from inside the airplane. I'm trying to keep the camera out of the wind. We are currently at Glacier Point. That is at the tongue of the Davidson Glacier, coming over from Glacier Bay, Juneau. I wanted to go up Glacier Bay and drop in over the backside, but the ceilings, it's a little bit over 4,000. I think I needed 4,500 at least. I didn't want to run the risk of getting all the way up there and getting shut down, having to turn around and waste a bunch of time and gas. So we took a bit of a shortcut. Let's see, over the up Excursion Inlet, and then cut through over the Endicott River, dumped down into the Lynn Canal, and here at Glacier Point, looking for more bears. So far, no luck. Plenty of bear shit on the runway, but that's to be expected pretty much anywhere in Southeast Alaska, at least out here on the islands. Weather's still gorgeous. It's kind of late in the afternoon, so most of the commercial guys have put their stuff away. Late Sunday afternoon. I expect it'll be mostly quiet on the way home, and the tower will be closed when we get there. We may go across the way to the where the Katzehin River dumps out. It's a little bit tidal, so sometimes it's off. We'll go scope it out before we head over there. Assuming it's hard pack and dry, we may land over there and then head back to Juneau. It's getting kind of late. Not my best landing, I'm sure. GoPro will keep me honest. I'll be pretty ignominious. Just a quick preview of the oil I get to scrub off the belly once we get back to Juneau. Pleasures of owning a vintage airplane. All right, well, I'm not really a big fan of the whole selfie deal. In fact, it kind of annoys me. I don't want to be that guy, but we got limited resources today, so I've got my cell phone propped up against an ELT antenna. It is considerably windy here, so this may or may not turn out. But anyway, we are here at the Katzehin River Delta. This is where the Denver Glacier and the Meade Glaciers both kind of converge into a river, and it comes down to sea level here and dumps out into a plateau. I'm becoming a student of it. As of right now, it's nice and hard pack. It's a little bit bumpy. The landing was, again, horrible. Just gusty as hell coming up the canal. But it's what better way to spend a Sunday evening than total solitude, taking in the sights and sounds of Southeast Alaska. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but you can hear the river rapids running in the background, and bald eagles running around looking at the feces on the field. I'm seeing some signs of black bears and probably elk, and then there's a strange dog leash over there, so hopefully it just fell off and there wasn't a helpless pet that was taken away by a raptor or a ground-based animal of any type. That's about it. My stomach's telling me it is about time to go home for dinner. Looking at the sunlight, you would have no means to measure. It's probably 8 o'clock at night, and it feels like it's maybe 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, even with this cloud cover. That's Alaska. It's one of the reasons I love it. You can play until probably midnight, and in the summer months, you can't even log nighttime. Not legally anyway. So that's it. We're gonna wrap it up here, head back to Juneau. We'll check in one more time, and it's been a fun day. A little bit exhausting because we just got 2 dudes doing all the work. Normally we have a handful of people flying, but yeah, I was the only one, or me and Scott, I should say, were the only ones willing to go out and play today. Everyone else either had to work or has their airplane in pieces. And this was going to be the better weather day for the week. We may get out another time or two before the nasty rains come in, and then at that point I may be the only guy flying. That's it. We'll wrap it up here, head back to the big city, and we'll check in with you there. All right, guys, so back in Juneau, it is after 10 o'clock at night, so I don't know if you can see that, but that's kind of the daylight that we have to work with. It's literally impossible to log nighttime up here, and yeah, so still kind of make sure camera work. Full disclaimer, these episodes, or at least the first couple, are gonna suck. We've got high ambitions, but kind of learning as we go, and our cameras aren't fully set up. So my apologies in advance for that. Let's see, the ride home was fairly uneventful. Actually, not nearly as bumpy as I thought it would be. Strong headwind, but other than that, I let Scott fly us back. We did what's called the Super Bear arrival. So you kind of fly inland over the gun range that we have here in Juneau, and then over the Mendenhall Valley. Got a good view of the Mendenhall glaciers, also the Eagle and Herbert glaciers on the way in. Yeah, glaciers for miles in Southeast Alaska. Everywhere you go, glaciers. Airport's closed, tower's closed. It's fairly quiet. It's a Sunday night, so not too many people out and about. We actually saw some of our friends, a couple, flight of two, landing just as we came in, so it was good to hear them on the radio. I need to do some work on my airplane, and I'll be using Joe's hangar, so you'll probably get to meet one, if not both of them, dear friends of mine. Yeah, really anxious to see them. Haven't seen them in several months. So that's it. I'm gonna shut her down now. Airplanes are all put away. Mine's in the back, so that's a bit of an arduous affair. That's what took us so long to get back filming again. I need to wipe down my greasy belly and call it a night. Go get something to eat. That's it.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Welcome to Juneau, gateway to Southeast Alaska. Really?
And Tower 210 Victor, sorry about that. We ended up down here at Echo. I couldn't see the taxiway markings, but we're ready to go.
Remember, 03 Victor, sorry, you're stepped on the other frequency. See, down there by Echo, it's perfectly fine. Back taxi's approved as far as you want it.
All right, we're ready to go at Echo. We'll be on the roll, 210 Victor.
Roger.
I won't be able to sleep tonight.
You want to take a hand at taxiing us? While I put my seatbelt on, my shoulder harnesses on?